At work, I just had such a bad day. So when I got home, I went straight to the bathroom to jerk off. Later, I went to the kitchen and I have eaten some pancakes. And then later some cake. I learned that these things, that porn, jerking off, and eating junk, these are just my ways to cope with stress and with anxiety and with all these bad things. These things are the ways to deal with my negative emotions. Literally yesterday, I was just so stressed because this is yesterday. A priest came over to my home to talk about religion because he is Catholic and he's trying to persuade me into the walls of Catholicism, into the walls of the Catholic Church. And my mother is a devout Catholic. But I am not. I am a Protestant. I converted to Protestantism. But my mom doesn't know it. She doesn't. So we are talking with the priest. This conversation went so bad. I wouldn't even call it a conversation. He was here for 3.5 hours. And I have spoken for no more than 15 minutes. And don't get me wrong, I was trying. My brother was there as well. So we are trying to get through this guy. We are trying to just speak, but he didn't allow us. He was just talking over us. We also didn't want to be rude, right? We weren't like these little bitches. We were assertive. But we weren't trying to be rude. He came here to talk. This is our house. We invited him. So we should be respectful. But this conversation just went so fucking bad. It's not like we had bad arguments because we didn't. We just had no way to give him the arguments. And when we did, he would give like a 15 or 20 minute long story that totally wasn't on our point. That was, we are Protestant, right? And this dude for 20 minutes was debunking Muslims, Mormons, JWs, atheists. This dude for 20 minutes was giving these long ass stories. Was debunking something that we weren't believing in. And we asked plenty of times this dude, where are you going with this? We don't believe in this story, so why are you telling us this? And he didn't tell us. But so this conversation just went so fucking bad. I was shaking like all the time because it was such an important moment. And it all just went to shit. And afterwards, my mom and the priest had some time together alone. And I know that they were talking about me and my brother because my brother heard that they were saying that, and these two, and that the priest told our mom that, these two are very hard. That these two are just gonna be a tough thing. So later, our mom comes to us and she tells us, and she asks us, how has it been? Like, have you converted? And we start telling her that no, we don't. And this dude didn't allow us to speak. And when he did, he just wasn't giving our answers. He gave no answers. He deviated from scripture. He didn't even use the Bible. He went to the church fathers. He went to some psychologists. He went to everybody but not the Bible. We just said everything that we had on our minds. Of course, mindfully. And our mom just cried. She just cried because we didn't convert to Catholic Church. And we asked, why did you cry? Why are you crying? And she tells us that because I failed. I failed as a mother. Because you didn't convert, because you just left the Catholic Church. I asked my mom, why is that a bad thing? Because a few seconds before, I told her that I read her some Catholic writings, which literally tells that she is kicked out of the church. Like, she is excommunicated from the church. I read it to her. I read to her that the church that she's trying to keep us in is also excommunicating her. Excommunicating thing is that she doesn't belong to the church. She can't take the sacraments, which are the ways to get grace. This is such a cult-like thing. So she is kicked out of the church, from the church writings. I read it to her, and she doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't give a fuck. She truly just stays her own Catholic. And when she cried out, I just felt so fucking bad. And after that, she went to her room to cry even more. And I just ate shit. There was some cake because my mother made it for the priest. To just invite him with this cake. He didn't eat anything. So we had this cake, and when she went to her room crying, I was in the kitchen and started eating this shit. Today, before recording this video, also started eating this shit. This is my way of dealing with stress. I haven't jerked off, but if I didn't record this video, who knows? I learned as a kid that these are the ways to cope with stress and like this huge stress. Because I don't want to see my mom crying. I don't want to see my mom just sad and so fucking irrational that you're leaving the church and saying that she is the biggest failure. It hurts me so fucking much. It's such a sad thing. And so I deal with stress with these bad habits. Because as a kid, I haven't learned, I wasn't taught by anybody on how to deal with my stress. I remember being to a psychologist when my parents were divorcing. The psychologist asked me, what are your ways of dealing with stress? I think for a while, I'm like, I don't know, I eat. I said this jokingly, right? But it's funny that it wasn't even a joke. It was pure truth. That I just eat junk. Even back then, when I was this little kid, when I was in that psychologist's room, talking to that psychologist, she asked me what are my ways of dealing with stress, and I said it's eating junk food. And since that time, nothing has changed. Nothing. Whenever like a very, very stressful situation comes, whenever a huge sadness comes, I just go back to my safe place of eating junk and of jerking off. Like jerking off less, but eating junk is such a big thing. I must learn the healthy ways of coping with stress, because as a kid, I haven't done that. Nobody taught me how to do it. So if you know how to deal with stress, just tell me, because I fucking need it. I can't go back to the kitchen and eat more cake. I can't be so fucking weak. I can't go to the bathroom and jerk off. I can't. I'm sure there's plenty of better ways to just deal with stress and not these things. So if you know these ways, I just want you to tell me. I'm really asking you to help me, because this is fucked up. Every time something bad happens, every time I'm in a bad situation, every time I'm in a bad mood, I just eat junk. So it's just so pathetic. Like, thanks for watching. If you stayed till the end, I really appreciate you. Like the video if you found it helpful, and have a good day. Do it.